What's up everybody, Monkey here. Happy Thanksgiving. So with that being said, today's video is going to be a Thanksgiving special. We are going to be playing Bird Flu because traditionally most families eat turkey on Thanksgiving. If you guys eat ham, that's not a problem, but a good example of this deck would be you're going to your folks' house for Thanksgiving dinner. You have a small family, you know everyone's going to be there, you know who everyone is. Then you sit down to eat and then you hear a knock at the door and it's Uncle Jimmy and Aunt Carol and your 8 cousins. They come in, wreak havoc on the food, eat all the pie. You're supposed to be thankful because it's Thanksgiving, but you have no pie, so you're sad. This is basically this deck. Everyone's sad. No one wants to play against it. No one wants to be there when they're playing against it. So that's what we're going to be doing today. If you guys want to see more Pokemon content and you enjoyed this video, make sure to fling a big old fat banana at the like button. But let's go ahead and let's jump into the list before we get into a game. So this is the list I'm currently trying out. My list always changes. There's tons of different variations you could do with this deck. Most of the core is going to be the same, but there's some things, some numbers you can tweak and stuff like that. So with that being said, let me know down below if there's anything you would change out of this list. I'm probably going to change this list after this video, but you never know. Let's just talk about the deck in general. So let's go ahead and let's start it up. So if you don't know, the deck is basically around Oranguru and Pidgeotto. So you're going to get all your Pidgeottos out using the airmail ability, try to look through your whole deck and set up a combo. You guys will see every single card here probably be played, so don't worry about it if you don't understand the deck. But it's all based around Pidgeotto and then using your Oranguru to get cards back from your discard pile to your deck. It's just a form of control and you don't let your opponent play. Jirachi, I love Jirachi in this deck because 1, it's just consistency, and 2, I like when they knock out my Pokemon, so having Jirachis are kind of just, you could throw them up there. They don't knock it out, you just keep Stellar Wishing. It doesn't really matter if you can't retreat it because you don't really need to retreat it till very late game with your Oranguru, and they're going to knock it out anyway, so it's just, I love Jirachi in this deck. Ditto's here if we have trouble evolving our Pidgeys, so if we have some Pidgeys prize, Ditto can help with that. Articuno, fantastic card. I wish I had the different arts, but I do in real life, but not on PTCGO. But we're going to use Articuno here just for the GX attack and the ability, of course. But discard all energy from both active Pokemon. So you guys will probably definitely see this being played. 4 Acrobike for consistency, just late game when our deck is pretty thin. We just want to get rid of some pieces we don't need and just thin it out even more. Chip, you guys will see this use. This is how we stall our opponent. Crushing Hammer, so we are playing hammers in this build. I love hammers in this because even though we get tails, we can get it back. I'm all about just trying to trap their Pokemon in the active and make them have no energy. Sorry, I'm a little gassy. I don't know. Maybe all the turkey I'm about to eat, thinking about it. We're going to trap that Pokemon in the active and make it have no energy. 3 Custom Catchers because we don't really need 4. You'll see how it works. 1 Pale Pad so we can get our supporters back into our deck because we're going to play a lot of these supporters. 4 Pokegear consistency, 3 Reset Stamp because I hate people having a big hand. 2 Power Plant. I'm trying 1 Sky Pillar instead of a Mew. So basically the weakness of this deck is if people can destroy your Pidgeys early, so maybe the Sky Pillar can help. I'm not sure. We're just trying it out. 2 Belba. I don't know how to say this. I just call her B. So late game we could discard our opponent or mill them, excuse me. 1 Jesse and James because we'll have it basically, unless it's prize, which kind of sucks. 2 Lieutenant Surges. This card comes in clutch because we're going to be losing. That's the purpose of the deck. Mars, fantastic. It's going to be in combination with the Jesse and James. This is how we're going to get all our Pidgeys out and our Pidgeottos. Tantaliza is just really good because it can use as a switch, or we can shuffle our hand in if we don't really want to get rid of anything and if we don't really have the stuff we need. 1 is Skateboard because it can just be situational and awesome. 2 Recycle and 2 Water. I was doing 1 Recycle and 3 Water, which I kind of like better because there's times where I have the Articuno in hand and then I have no water and I have both Recycle energies in my hand and I know one of those was a water, so I might change that back, but this is the list we're going to be using today. Let me know down below if you disagree or agree with anything, but let's go ahead and let's get into a game. Alright, so we are in a game against Water and Dragon, so it could be ADP. We're going to see though. I did face against ADP last night, just testing this deck in general, just testing the build before I did today's video, and I managed to beat it. But this is... everything else besides the Pidgey and the active is pretty awesome, so we're going to have to work on that. So we might have to try to find our skateboard, play a Tate and Liza early game, and hopefully get this Pidgey out. It's not ADP, it's actually going to be a form of... This was one of the decks I was going to do soon. It's based on an Empoleon, and it's pretty cool actually. It's the new structure decks you can get, and it's really, really cool. I will be showcasing that deck soon. So we might have to honestly put the Ditto out, but we don't need to right now. So it is ADP with Empoleon, Vaporeon. This is really weird. I feel like every time I go to record, I face against decks I just don't understand or don't really play against. So it makes me look dumb, but we'll see what we can do here. So ADP can be a little bit scary because it's going to GX attack as soon as it can. It's second turn here because they're going first. And they're going to be getting more prizes. So we're going to have to really kind of act fast, if you will. So with that being said, we're going to go ahead and Pokegear, start thinning the deck out. Maybe not. This is going to be a bad match. I'm having a bad feeling about this. And we don't hit Professor Elm. So we're going to have to grab the Mars. This feels really bad. Because, well, they're going to GX attack, right? So they're not going to knock out our Pidgey. So we kind of still have a turn. So that being said, we're just going to Mars because we got to draw cards. We're hitting Pidgeottos though, so that's good. And then we're just going to have to unfortunately pass here. There's no reason to reset stamp, skateboard, or attach energy. So they're going to go ahead, hopefully don't have a crazy start. They're going to GX attack, and then we need to start doing our thing. Okay, so the Glaceon's not going to really do anything. It could snipe us with Frost Bullet. But the goal here is to probably hit the ADP with Crushing Hammers, get rid of the Steel energy, because they're probably going to have more Water energy because they're using Water Pokemon. So that's probably the goal here. But it's not looking too good. So there's the GX attack. So when it knocks out our Pidgey next turn, they're going to take more prizes. I'm going to try to hopefully hit a Jirachi off these Pidgeottos. There's no reason to reset stamp, so let's go ahead and Pidgeotto number 1. We find our Oranguru, which is okay, but we don't really need that right now. So we'll probably grab the Acrobike to dig further, because a Jirachi here would be insane. We do have the Power Plant, but that's not going to really do too much. I don't know. It shouldn't. But we don't really need Elm's Lecture. So we might as well just stick the Power Plant, unless we draw Articuno soon. That is something you have to be careful about. Ooh. So it is Jirachi, but the Custom Catcher. We could bring up the Glaceon because we are a little bit slow. But they could have a switch. But we play a lot of Jirachis. We have to grab the custom here. We have a better chance at hitting another Jirachi than our final custom. So we're going to go ahead and blow the custom right now. Hopefully they don't have a switch. We're going to go ahead and Acrobike, thin the deck some more. We do... Ooh. We could get the Oranguru. I think that's what we're going to do. We'll get the Oranguru. We'll skateboard the Pidgeotto. And then our Oranguru can go ahead. Well, we need to bench the Oranguru before we retreat. Retreat into the Oranguru. Attach. Sorry if you guys can hear my mouse clicking. I'm going to work on that so my mic doesn't pick it up. And if there's anything I can improve quality-wise, let me know, because I always strive for that. I want you guys to be comfortable. I want you guys to be entertained and just have the best quality possible. So let me know. But other than that, we don't really need to play that. I mean, we could. Let's do it, because we could hit something really awesome on their side. I mean, we hit a two water energies in a Pokecom. We took a Pokegear and an Elms, and what else did we hit? Oranguru? I don't know. But let's go ahead. We don't need a reset stamp or anything like that. We'll resource management, put in Crushing, and 2 Catcher back into the deck. And let's see, fingers crossed, do they have a switching effect? Please no. Because we're in a bad spot. We have hardly no hand, which is really weird with Pidgeotto control. Usually my hand is massive. But they're going to Cynthia here, which is a good sign. They didn't have anything. So hopefully they don't draw into the nuts, but they probably will, because it's my opponent. Let's see what they got. Let's see what they burned. They really haven't played much because they just GX'd. I'm over here doing all crazy sorts of things. But there's the energy and a pass. Good. So we need energy denial. Please hit the heads. We hit tails, of course. When it really matters, we'll grab the acro bike. Just keep thinning that deck. We don't need the Pal Pad. Oranguru is basically a Pal Pad, so we'll grab the Oranguru here. We do need another energy though, because we don't have recycle on our active one. And ooh, this is a hard decision. He has a dead hand, and I really want to go for the crushing. I really do. We're gonna go for it, because the slower my opponent is, just the better it is for us. Please, I'll give you all my bananas, game. I guess the game doesn't like bananas. We'll get the Articuno. So that is our other Articuno down, which doesn't really matter. We don't need to do anything else. We could chip here to control the top deck. Maybe they don't have another energy. We'll bench the Oranguru. I guess we'll chip now. Ooh. All of these kind of suck, to be honest. We could give him the energy here if he doesn't have one, because then he'll attach it to the Glaceon, and then that's just more energy we can get rid of. The Misty, I don't really want him. I guess energy. Because Cynthia, I don't want to... Cynthia is like gambling, basically, and I don't want him to hit the nuts off the Cynthia. So we're going to go ahead and put in 2 crushing and a chip. And I didn't Professor Elm, so I don't even know what's in the prizes. Usually that's the good thing about your turn 1 Professor Elm, is you get all your Pidgeys out, thin the deck, but you also look at the prizes. And we honestly don't know yet. So like our other chip could be prized. I have no idea. Let's go ahead and Acrobike. Doesn't really matter. That's actually good, because now we can just get the Pidgey out of the deck. Usually you want 4 Pidgeottos, but this is a little bit weird of a game. We'll go ahead and hit the Acrobike, because we need to start building our hand up, especially if our opponent's hand is dead. Grab the Mars. So we're looking for some more crushing hammers. Would be nice if we could hit 1. That'd be fantastic. We'll get the Jirachi because we don't have an energy on for our second Oranguru. Bench the Jirachi, Acrobike. We don't need it, but we'll just take it. So we could Mars here just to draw and thin out his hand more. That would be 2 Mars in the discard though. But we're going to Oranguru this turn anyway. Draw both Tantalizes. We don't need to reset because their hand's doo-doo, so we'll go ahead and Resource Management. We'll grab a Mars. I honestly just do Acrobikes. Mars. Yeah, we'll just do double Mars and Acro, I guess. I don't really know. Just start getting that stuff we need back into the deck. So let's see if he's got the 3rd energy to attack. Or he might retreat, obviously, and go into his bigger boy. So he does have the Misty. Top deck the Misty. Which is going to happen sooner or later. I was about to play this too. We could have milled the Misty. That would have been so clutch. So he's about to take 2 prizes off this Oranguru, but honestly, I want them to start taking prizes. And he's burning a switch here. So if we can custom and hammer the Glaceon back in the active and reset stamp hand control, then we could start doing our thing. Which is a lot, but this deck can do it. It can. Especially since we're thinning the deck out. And my opponent had a slow start, But again, they are getting 2 prizes per kill. So that's why I'm running 3 reset stamps right now. He looks like he's putting more energy on than he needs, which is good. I don't know. I feel like we've had a weird start. Alright, so they're down to 4. We're going to go ahead and reset stamp because we do play 3 and we can get them back. We're going to go ahead and start doing our birds. So Articuno here is amazing, but we do have the power plant, which kind of sucks. But we can burn a Tate and Liza. So we're going to go ahead and grab the water energy. I shouldn't have played the power plant, but I just honestly didn't know what I was up against because ADP with, I haven't really seen it with Glaceon, stuff like that. We don't need a reset stamp. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and Jirachi. Ooh. It's got to be the Crushing Hammer, right? Or should we sit on one custom? Because we're going to Articuno here. Yeah, I feel like we sit on the 1 custom. Okay, so we can Lieutenant Surge's strategy, but there's nothing we don't need to really play 2 supporters right now. I mean, we could just burn the Professor's Elm, but then we burn the Surge. So we don't really need to do that. So we're going to go ahead and put the Articuno down. We're going to have to Tate and Liza. Attach water energy to the Articuno. We don't need a reset stamp. We can't do anything else. So we're going to go ahead and Cold Crush. So we didn't hit his hand at all. So hopefully the reset stamp did us a favor and he doesn't have too much. Because we just need a couple more turns and we can really lock him down. That was a big old fat Cold Crush. So my opponent did do a smart move, but it also kind of hurt him in a way. He put more energies on because he knew I was going to Crushing Hammer. But I don't think he expected the Cold Crush, and we got the dub. So the good thing about playing Pidgeotto control on here is a lot of people are going to concede because they just don't want to deal with the time. So it's a good way to climb the ladder if you can bear playing Pidgeotto control. But this is a Thanksgiving special, so we're going to jump into one more game. Alright, so we got another game, and we got a lot going on. So it looks like it's Mewtwo Box. I have a lot of opponents leaving. I should have did like a montage. Like, no one wants me at their Thanksgiving dinner. Like, no one wants any bird flu, and they are just stopping me at the door. So we got a couple of free dubs, but I didn't get to play. I just want to play with somebody. But this looks like it's Mewtwo Box, which I haven't played against in a while. So this might be rough. We'll see. But this will be a good refresher. Starting hand's a little scary because we got to rely on that Pokegear. They're starting Jirachi and they're going first. So right off the bat, seems pretty rough. Plus he's got Pikachu ears, so we all know he's a pro. He's playing, my man is playing Fossils. I took Fossils to a league challenge because it's just a league challenge, nothing too crazy. And the deck is so fun. Maybe I'll have to do a video about Fossils because there's a couple ways you could play Fossils. Wait, what is my man playing? This is why I hate PTCGO, but I also like it because you never know what you're playing against. Giant Bomb? 2 Giant Bombs. I mean, good he's getting rid of them because they're not going to do anything in this matchup. But what? Excuse me? Unit energy? My man. Hopefully with something like this, it might be a little bit clunky. Probably not because my opponent's playing it. But hopefully we can easily stall our opponent out. And hopefully they don't concede really early and I can actually show this match. My man with the Aerodactyls. I feel like we can easily win this game. With that being said, we do hit the Elm. Yes, okay. Now, there's no way we're going to be able to retreat the Pidgey, so it's gonna suck. And we're only going to have 2 Pidgeys, so we're going to have to grab probably that. So that's why you play the Ditto, folks. We have all our Rangaroos. We're prized 1 Jirachi. We have Articuno in hand. We prized 1 Chip, so that's good to know. All our Crushings are here. All our customs, that's good. We used a Pokegear. We have the reset. Power Plant is prized, which kind of sucks because we want to get rid of that research lab. We have the Tantaliza. Honestly, not that our prizes are fine. We're solid. So let's go ahead. Ooh, we could Pokemon Research Lab for nothing. The plays. We don't need a reset. We don't need an Articuno. I guess we'll just blow the Crushing Hammer. What energy does this provide? Of course, yep. We gotta blow it right now. We're 0 for 4, folks. Oh my gosh. I'm gonna scream. Not really. That's what you get for playing Crushing. It's just a chance, but it's really good in this deck because you just can recycle them and really take advantage of them. And they, of course, have a Cynthia. So I kind of like this idea. So basically, their goal is to GX, get extra prizes, and then just hit really hard with Fossil Fangs, which is kind of cool, I guess. This is pretty neat. And if there's ever a deck that I play against that you guys want me to showcase on the channel and do a video of, don't hesitate to comment. Don't hesitate to comment anything. If you think it's a dumb question, it doesn't matter. I want the channel just to be friendly, and if you guys have any Pokemon questions, feel free to ask. So we're going to go ahead and just bounce the lab. It's kind of too late, but better than nothing, I guess. So we will evolve the Ditto. Doesn't really matter what we evolve, but we're kind of looking bad. Kind of looking bad. I guess we get the Crushing. We're gonna get rid of no energy, so it doesn't really matter what we get rid of here. We do hit a heads. I guess it doesn't matter. Just whatever we hit first is what we need to keep hitting. So anything that's steel, that provides steel energy, we need to keep hitting. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we could reset stamp here, because we have all of them. Why not? Because he didn't really play anything, but he could have a lot. I don't know. Maybe that was a misplay, but we will honestly probably not know. Unless they go completely ham next turn, then it is what it is. Alright, we're going to Pokegear before we Pidgeotto. Hit nothing. Alright, story of my life. Pidgeotto again. I guess we grab the Chip. Do we play it though? I guess we do, because we don't know what's in his hand, and we're kind of lacking on our side. Get him the ADP. I mean, he could power up both, but he's going to use the ADP to... Well, he doesn't need to power up the Aerodactyls, to be honest. And I don't think we custom for one. No, we can't be that greedy. There's nothing we would need this turn to really like turn the tide. So next turn we might just Tantaliza, shuffle and draw. So they're gonna Pokecom away the ADP we gave them. How rude. We're giving you that. That's actually gonna be a little scary. So if you guys don't know what this is, so he can kind of basically escape rope one of my Pokemon. He's going to put down a fossil, so he's stacked on bench, and he's going to Lily. So that makes sense, he's stacking his bench. But that's just more we can custom catcher up. Man, we are having some weird games today. We're either having no games because my opponent concedes, or we're just having weird games because the games actually pop off, and we're just starting really weird. Not starting Jirachi feels awkward. I can't imagine playing this deck without Jirachi. Alright, we'll bench the Oranguru. So the question here is, do we Tantaliza? Yeah, I think we Tantaliza. I guess we should have Pidgeotto'd first, because if we would have drawn If we were to draw on Elms, we could have had more Pidgeottos. I think this is fine. So a recycle energy or a skateboard would be cool here, so we could get our Jirachi out. We already have a Surge, so we'll grab a Mars. So we're just now really Pidgeotto, using our Pidgeottos, and it feels super bad. It feels super late. But we can go ahead and retreat this Pidgey. But that's why the 2 recycle energy feels really good. So I think the split of 2-2 is probably your best bet, because both are really used, to be honest. I want the Acrobike to thin, but the custom can be pretty good. I mean, they only have a retreat cost of 1 though. So honestly, that kind of sucks. So we get the Acro. We got to start thinning. Deck thinning is winning, so we got to do that. And we don't need a Pokegear yet, and we'll pass. Let's see, they probably have a 3rd energy. Man, this isn't going as planned, but I still kind of feel a little bit comfortable because this deck is insanely stupid. But the only thing that scares me is a lot of decks, like Charizard decks, are running Amistar now. And if you go up against that with this, it feels super bad. So I don't know if I would honestly play this right now. I don't know. Let me know your thoughts down below. And if you guys are still watching, thank you. I really do appreciate it. I hope you're enjoying the content. And remember to subscribe, hit that bell icon so you don't miss out on any monkey mischief. Because we're having some weird games. Playing against some weird decks. Yesterday we, or was it 2 days ago? I'm not sure. We uploaded our Charizard hand control deck, and we played against a really weird deck. I'll provide a link down below in the description. So he's got an ADP set up and an Aerodactyl. So, and taking 2 prizes. Looking rough, looking rough. We're going to go ahead and reset because we're going to put 1 back in. So here we're looking for Jesse James, preferably. Would be pretty nice right now. And this is hopefully when we can kind of start taking over. They're at 25 cards too, so milling won't be too difficult. Well, we might need that Articuno. Yeah, we're going to need an Articuno play this game. Alright, now we're going to use the Acrobikes. We'll grab Surge. Get the Elm out of here. Almost played the Surge, which we could. I feel like we're not going to really need stadiums in this matchup. Alright, come on, Pokegear. Come on. If you guys haven't, thrown a banana at that like button for good luck. And Jesse James. Man, oh man. So we could Lieutenant Surge's strategy here and double Mars. Just really thin the deck out. I think that's what we're going to do. We kind of have to. Plus it discards a card at random. So we could hit the nuts like that. Well, that's not really nuts. Like that. That's nuts. And we got water energy for our Articuno. So this is looking good. Kind of wish I had that skateboard right now. But we should be okay. Because we don't have the power plant out. So Articuno is good to go. So we should be able to win this unless we really goof. Which is possible. Oh man, there's a lot I want to grab though. This is bad. There is a lot we need to grab. I guess the Mars can wait. So we're going to grab Double Hammer and Chip Chip. And we're looking pretty good. Our hand's nice and full. They're down to 2 cards. Hopefully in top deck mode. Usually my opponent in top deck mode just top decks anyway, but tag call, of course. Maybe everything else is prize? Definitely not. So he's going to Cynthia and Caitlyn here, probably discard the ADP and something else in his hand. Oh, you only discard one, duh. Wait, yeah, okay. So he's got the Cynthia for next turn, draws 3, and we didn't take any of the resets. Oh no. And he's playing Super Scoop Up. Woo, that can get a little dicey. 19 cards though. But he's taking 2 prizes. We have to lock him next turn. We probably honestly lose. We got a Articuno, and hopefully he doesn't have a switch effect. I think I screwed up. I shouldn't put the hammers in. I should have went for the resets because we're going to Articuno anyway. So like, why get the crushings? So we did unfortunately screw up, but that's okay. It is what it is. That's why I'm playing, learning. This deck can be mentally exhausting, so you got to get a lot of reps in with this deck, and you could still mess up. I guess we grab the crushing. We don't really need B right now. So I'm probably doing all of this, and then they're just going to be like, boop. I guess we crushing hammer here. Try to get our Aerodactyl on the bench, but we don't. We're going to go ahead and Pokegear here for nada. Jesse and James isn't even in the deck then, I think. Oh, it could be. No, because we have a lot on the bottom. Yeah, Jesse and James is in the prizes. Shoot. But it doesn't matter now. And then we could just play Elm. Just to burn it. And Cold Crush and fingers crossed. Do they have the switch effect? So this is when ADP can be a little bit scary. This is actually pretty good too because it's hard to trap these Aerodactyls. Oh, we just gotta hope they burned or don't play that many switch effects. They do play Scoop Up though, so it's looking rough. And they one-shot my Articuno with Aerodactyl, hitting 180. My man, couldn't you just put this in? Oh, evolution Pokemon, okay. I was about to say, couldn't you just attach that and retreat? But he can't. And okay. But we still don't have resets in the deck right now. So this is, we can't have a Rangaroo down either, which kind of sucks. So we're kind of trapped now that I think about it. We're screwed. Because the next KO he gets, yeah, we're screwed. You guys get what I'm saying? Our bench is locked. The next knockout he takes, he wins the game. So we can't win, I don't think. But we're still going to try. We're going to see how this plays out. But we goofed. We goofed hard. Look at the energy. He's got a water. I don't think it really matters. We're going to go ahead and just play this. Oh, why did I play that? I'm dumb. Yeah, they got the game. Yep, they got us. So I'm going to concede here because we're down to 3 cards. Even if we were at 6, they're just going to... Yeah, I screwed up by... Maybe... Was Adrachi already on the bench when I put the Articuno? Ah man, the Articuno kind of cost us the game, but we had to do it anyway. So we got a little bit of misplay there. Still a decent game. I should have won that game. I feel like we had everything we needed to. Just a little bit weird of a start, so you can kind of feel the pressure and underperform and kind of make some play mistakes. But other than that, the deck is pretty solid. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and if you did, please fling a big old fat banana at that like button. Let me know down below anything, if you have any questions, if you want to talk about the deck, if there's any changes, if there's some misplays I did, or just some things you want to talk about with me, don't hesitate to ask. I'm not going to make you, I'm not going to rip your head off or anything like that. But I hope you guys have a fantastic Thanksgiving full of food and just wonderful company, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace!